So we'll create a new class, okay, and I'll give a name as operators. Okay, I'll keep main method included and then finish. So in case of Java, we have different type of operators, and the most widely used operators we'll see. The very first one is arithmetic. Okay, arithmetic operators. That is plus, minus, multiplication, okay, division, and modulus. Okay, this is called as modulus, and this is going to give you a remainder of the division. Okay, remainder of the division, whereas this particular sign is going to give you quotient of the division. That's a basic difference between modulus and quotient. Modulus and simple slash division sign. So let's say I'll have integer marks 1, okay, equals, say for example, 30, marks 2, just a minute, marks 2 equals 40. So if I want to calculate the total marks, integer total marks, I will say marks 1 plus marks 2. And if I want to print, I'll say sys out and then total marks. So we are adding two different variables. So whatever be the value inside this variable, those value will be added, and then the actual sum or additional sum will be stored in total marks. This is a new variable, and then we are printing it over here this way. So total marks is 70, that way. So accordingly you can use minus, that is subtraction, if you want to subtract two values, multiplication. So I'll just give you example of this division and modulus sign, that is giving remainder and quotient. So let me say integer quantity, I'll say total quantity, equals 20, okay, and I will say total price equals 100. Okay, so total quantity is 20 and total price, or we can say quantity is 20 and total price is 100. Now I'll have to I want to have price for one particular uh, item or product. Okay, so I'll say integer mm, a single item, or you can say item price. Okay, single item price. So how to calculate a single item price using these two values? If I'm having total quantity of one particular product as 20 and the total price is 100, so what would be the single product or single item price? How to calculate that?
Division.
Division.
Division. Okay, so how, what value should be divided by what value?
Total price divide by quantity.
Okay, so total price division
Divide by quantity.
quantity. This way. Let me do this out, and let's say item. Now let's run this. So I'll say over here a single item. You can say product price is this way. Okay, let's run. Okay, So 5 is the price for a particular item, okay, single particular product. So this is how you can use this division sign. And if you want to say, if you want to check, okay, whether the for this modulus, we can give example as in, I'll say integer total number of chocolates equals 10 and number of students equals 5. Okay. So whether I can distribute the total number of chocolates within the number of students available or not, whether it's possible or not, if I want to check that, I'll say integer is distributable. Okay, and I'll say total number of chocolates. Then I will be saying modulus and I'll say number of students. Okay, so what this should give me as a result? Any idea what should be the answer over here? With this modulus sign, I'm saying it is going to give me the remainder of the division. So I'm having 10 modulus 5. So what should be the answer over here? Coming over here, what should be the remainder? Anyone?
0.
2.
0. No, 2 is quotient, 0 is the remainder. See, 5 into 2 is 10. So 10 minus 10, that is 0. So 0 is the remainder of the division. Okay, whereas 2 is the quotient. Okay, now if I run this, that is right. So this is a basic difference between simple division sign, that is slash, and this modulus operator. Okay. The rest I think are similar, simple to understand: subtraction, multiplication, and you can use expressions in this way also for better readability. You can have this parenthesis added, okay, brackets added. So this is also perfectly fine. So these are the arithmetic operators which can be used in Java, and they can be used with the different variables. Okay, the way you used to use in maths. Now let's go with understanding of relational operators. Okay. Now in case of relational operators, we have greater than sign, sign, less than equal to, then greater than equal to, equals, okay, not equal, something like this. So if you want to compare values, okay, two different values or multiple values with each other, then you can use this operators or relation operators. So if I'm having these marks 1 and marks 2, I will say, okay, marks 1 greater than marks 2. Okay. So currently what is marks 1? That is 30, and marks 2 is 40. So 30 is greater than 40. True or false? What should be the answer? 30 is greater than 40.
False.
Okay. False. Right? So for storing the value of false, what data type should I use? For storing false, I will be storing in like comparison. Okay, this is a variable name, comparison. What should be the data type of this variable, comparison? Where do we store true or false?
Boolean.
Very good, Boolean. So Boolean is the
Boolean.
correct. So Boolean is the data type wherein we will be able to store true or false. So marks greater than marks 2, this expression is going to be evaluated, and whatever be the value, it's going to give us a boolean value always. So you can deduce or conclude that always relational operator, they are going to give you boolean value. Okay, it's going to give boolean value, that is either true or false, right? Now if I say print statement, so it should print false, right? And what if I make it as less than sign? Then what should it print? True, because 30 is less than 40, so true, right? Now the most important part over here is one operator that is not. I'll use it in logical operator. You can use over here not equal to as well. This is also going to give you same result, true, because 30 is not equal to 40. Okay, so if I say, so it's going to give you, got it. So this is how you can use this relational operators. You can have bigger expression also. Okay, and it's not restricted to only two different variables. It's not that you can compare two variables at a time. You can have expression including like multiple variables. Okay, using this brackets, you can have those things. And when you are going for multiple variables, you might be going to use logical operators. Now this logical operators are and, that is ampersand, or, that is pipe symbol, and not, that is exclamatory mark. Okay, so people, if someone is from electronics background, they might be aware about these things, and gate or not. Okay, how this work in simple English, if you use and or, okay, the way you use and or is like, I'll give a statement to you, okay, and then let's evaluate it. So I'll say I want chocolate and ice cream. Okay, I want chocolate and ice cream. So with this statement, what actually I mean to say, I want both the things, isn't it? If either of the uh, right, whatever, I'm not getting chocolate or ice cream, then I won't be happy. So if I get both the things, then only I will be happy. So over here, if I'm using two variables, I'll say integer choc, or I'll say boolean. Okay, boolean chocolate equals true, comma, ice cream equals true. Okay, I'm storing these values inside these two variables. I'll say chocolate, okay, ampersand ice cream. Okay, this way, chocolate and ice cream. So this chocolate is nothing but storing true, and this ice cream is also storing true. So true and true. So if both the values are true, and in between there is ampersand or and, then the end result is also going to be true. Okay, so I'll again use comparison. Okay, the variable I have used over here, I'm using the same variable, and I'll print out the what, let's see what value it prints. So it's going to print true. So if both the values are true, okay, then I'm going to get true if I'm using and say for example I'll make false over here. Okay, if I make false over here, so I'm not getting ice cream, so I'll say false. And then if I run this, so now I'm getting false over here. The reason is both the conditions are not true. Okay, only one particular condition, or you not condition, I would say one particular value is true. So what we can conclude from this expression is, if and only if both the values, okay, if and if both the values are true or evaluated to true, then only the end result will be true. If any of the value is false, okay, then the end result will be false. So either both of them are false or either any one of them is false, then the end result will be false. Okay, that is for ampersand, or that is and. Okay, now this chocolate could be an expression. Okay, say for example I will say marks greater than 20. Okay, this is one expression. And I will say marks 2 greater than 20. So sorry, marks 1. So marks 1 is greater than 20. That is true, right? Because it's 30, right? And marks 2 is also 40. So both of them are greater than 20. So this expression or condition is going to be evaluated as true, and this condition is also going to be evaluated as true. Okay, over here we have just used only one particular condition, and we were getting result as true or false. Okay, wherein we have used this relation operator. Now if you are using multiple expressions like this, so in that case we have to use this logical operator between the expressions. Okay, and then based on the logical operator your end result will be decided. Okay, so for and we can say that all the values are true if all the expression values evaluate to true, then only the end result is true. In case of or, either of the value is true. Okay, either of the value or expression value is true, the end result is going to be true. Okay, that way. So if I say over here like chocolate, pipe symbol, and then ice cream. Okay, and I'll say comparison.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you please explain or once again?
Sure, sure. In case of or, see, if I say I want chocolate or ice cream, okay, with this line or with this statement, what actually I mean to say, if you give me chocolate or ice cream, I'll be happy. So I don't want both of the things. If I'm getting both the things, then I'm very happy. But then either of them is fine. Okay. So either I will get chocolate or ice cream. I'm okay with that. So with that expression, okay, or sign, what actually we mean to say, either of the expression or value, if any of the value is true, okay, then the end result will come out to be true. If both of only both of them are false, if both of them are false, then only this expression is going to give me false result. Okay, so for this actually you should follow a truth table. Let me write down a truth table for you. So you might have heard of this or seen somewhere. Let me tell you. So we have truth table. Okay, so we have condition 1. Okay, let's say condition 2 and end result. So end result for and, okay, and end result for or. Okay, this let's go with this. So if my condition is true, first condition is true, second condition is also true. For and, I'll get true as a end result. For or also I'll get true. If my first condition is true, second condition is false. This condition could be any expression. Okay, marks 2 is greater than 20, marks 1 is greater than marks 2. It could be any expression. Okay, any relation, using any relation operator you can use this condition. So now in case of true and false, for and I will get false, for or I will get true. Okay. Over here I'll say false, true, false, true, and then false, false, I'll get false and false. So this is the truth table for two conditions. You can have n number of conditions, okay, but you should remember the very basic portion, that is, if both the conditions are true, then only result for and will be true. For or, if any one of the condition is true, you are going to get true as the end result. Okay, so this is the truth table. Hope this makes sense and it's clear, everyone.
Yes.
Now comes unary operator. So with unary name, unary means 1, binary means 2, similarly ternary means 3. So with unary operator we have double plus sign. This means increment by one value, and similarly minus minus sign, that is decrement the value by 1. So I'll have integer uh, age equals 28, say for example 28, and I'll say integer after age after 1, age age after, I don't know why it's taking time, just age after 1 year. I'll say equals age plus plus. Okay, let me capitalize this one. Age after. So in case of writing a variable, always follow this kind of format. Okay, as in camel casing. Fine. So now what this statement actually tells you, we have kept this unary operator. See, all the operators you have seen, they are taking at least two variables. They cannot be applied on a single variable, right? So all the operators you have seen up till now, they are binary operators. Okay, these are called as operators, and these variables, okay, or whatever you are using, variable or the value, they will be called as operands. Okay, so over here marks 1 is called as operand, marks 1 marks 2 are called as operand, where this is called as operator. Okay, now over here we have used the operator on a single variable, and that is why it is called as unary operator. What this expression says, okay, first, okay, first assign the value of age, okay, to, or you can say first assign the value, okay, of age to this particular variable, age after 1 year, and then increment the value of age by 1. Okay, this way. So now if I print sys, or I'll do print statement sys out age after 1 year, and I'll say sys out and then age. Okay, So now what this is going to print and what this is going to print. Sys out age after 1 year and sys out age. What this is going to print? See, first assign the value. So whatever be the value of age, that will be assigned to age after 1 year, that particular variable. So what should be printed over here when I print? What value should be printed? Anyone?
28.
28, right. So 28 should be printed. So what I'm saying, first assign the value. So whatever be the value of age, that will be assigned to age after 1 year. See, this is another variable. Okay. And then when the expression comes over here, I'm saying then increment the value of age. So once it is assigned and then plus plus happens, then the value of age is increased. Okay. So now this will be, and that will be incremented by 1. So now this comes to 29. Okay. So actually this right now does not make any sense age after 1 year, but I'll explain to you the next topic and then you'll get to know why I have used this variable name like this. Okay. Let me just run this.
It means if you want to assign something that should be written, means we are assigning that age after 1 year should be 29. So we are writing 28. Am I right?
No, actually not that way. I'm just using this statement because I want to explain the prefix part also. So that's the reason I have given this name. See what happens in Java, always this particular side, okay, right hand side portion of equals is evaluated first, and then the left hand side would be evaluated. Okay, so you give any value over here, okay, any variable name over here does not matter. Whatever be the value of this variable, that will be assigned to this variable first, and then okay, once this statement comes over here, okay, at this point, then the value of that particular variable will be increased by 1. So if I run this program, I'm getting 28 and 29 as a value. So this is actually called as postfix. Okay, this is called as postfix, wherein if I say plus plus in front, if I keep this way plus plus age, this is called as prefix because I'm using plus plus ahead of it, age. So now what will happen? Now what it says, increment the value of age first and then assign the value, whatever be the incremented value of age is, then assign that value to this particular variable. Okay, so what I will do,
Mhm.
yeah, go ahead. Any doubts, question?
No, sir.
So over here, if I say this way, this is called as prefix, and what it will do, it will increment the value by 1. Okay, first it will increment the value of age by 1, and then assign it. Okay, then it will be assigning whatever be the value after increment, whatever be the value, that will be assigned to this particular variable. So now if I do this out, okay, so what it should print over here and what it should print over here,
29 and 28.
29
Says
and
print out age after 1 year. Oh,
why so? See, at this
because
particular
it
line,
is prefix.
yeah, just understand this part. Your age value of your age variable was 28 over here at this particular line. Value of your age variable at this particular line, okay, what was the value? See, value changed over here itself. you're just printing it over here. The value actually got changed over here. So what the value of age is now? What is the new value?
28. 29. New value.
29. 29. Now you are saying
Mm.
plus age. So then
Mm.
we are saying increment the value of age by 1. So
Mm.
29 will be
So wait.
incremented by 1.
Mm.
So it will become
1.
30,
30. Yes.
right? 30. So incrementing the value of
Mm.
age, that
Mm.
is 30, and then we are assigning it. So now 30 is going to be assigned to
30.
this variable. So at this point itself,
Mm.
okay, at this point itself, the value of age got increased, okay, and then the assignment happens. Whereas in case of this part, the assignment happens first and then
Mm.
increment part happens. Okay, that is the basic difference between prefix and postfix. You can just understand by like placing this plus value. So plus value, if it is placed first, then you can say increment is done first. If the plus value is afterwards, then increment is happening later on. Okay, so now the value would be 30 and 30.
Mm. 29.
So now if I run this, so it will be printing 30 and 30. Okay, this way. So these are the different operators used in Java. There are more operators, bitwise operators are there, but that is not useful to us in any of the WebDriver programs. So I'm not discussing that portion. So this completes our operator.